What is up, guys, and welcome to Zandvoort. This is Assetto Corsa. We're doing the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix, and today we're going to be driving Charles Leclerc's Ferrari. So let's get right into this. Zandvoort, it's been a track that's been announced for the 2020 F1 calendar, and I thought I'd have a race around here, see if it is possible at all to race around this barbaric circuit. It's very, very narrow, very limited amount of overtaking opportunities, and we're gonna have some fun with it. I noticed that when I was setting up this race, there's only 18 car garages. So at the moment, it can't even house a full-on F1 Grand Prix. One team will have to miss. Two teams will have to miss out. No, it's one car per garage, but 2 cars per pit stall. My goodness, I nearly thought I did something absolutely stupid there. Anyway, the max amount of AI we can have is only 18 because of the pit stall thing. So, yeah, that's a thing. Those tires off to the top-hand corner of the screen look pretty interesting. Definitely don't look like F1 tires, especially those top ones. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's get out there. Haven't turned a single lap, as is always the case. So, let's have some fun, shall we? In the mission, win now. And boy, do Ferrari need to win now after the turmoil that they went through in the Canadian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is a bit of a legend, it must be said. Okay, let's change the camera view. Haven't even got my gloves on. It's just a running joke at this stage. Engage first gear. Bring my microphone closer so you can hear me. And let's go. First lap of... Oh my god, my headset is really, really loud. This is the first lap of the Zandvoort circuit. I think I used to play this on Toka Race Driver 2 or 3, maybe both. It's been a very, very long time since I've raced around this circuit, but I gotta say it was a personal favorite of mine. Felt absolutely amazing to drive on in touring cars. And old F1 cars, yeah, sure, I can understand them racing around here, but modern F1 cars, it just doesn't seem right, does it? The track is so narrow, it's so bumpy. You got, you know, a whole beach load worth of sand there and is being taken up by this circuit. It's just not natural. But we're going to go racing around this circuit nonetheless. I need to get up to speed. We've got 11 minutes worth of qualifying to do so. We've got the lowest AI difficulty enabled here on Assetto Corsa, which is still 80%. I tell you, we're going to need that in order to be competitive today. Oh, here we go. This is the heavy braking zone. I did a lot of dive bombs here on the old Codemasters games. And it's going to be the scene of many more in F1 2020. I'm going to flick to cockpit cam. Oh, cockpit cam kind of sucks, doesn't it? That field of view absolutely sucks. Like, what is this? I think that's adjusted for my VR headset, so we're gonna have to run with T-camera for this video, unfortunately. I actually prefer cockpit camera in Assetto Corsa. Don't ask me why, but it just feels more natural than what it does the T-cam. I just feel like a little bit more disconnected in this camera view, if I'm being brutally honest. But that's what we have to deal with today. Let's take this lap in a little bit more anger. I can't believe we're actually going to race around here in a year's time. I mean, it makes sense to have a Dutch Grand Prix. It really does. The uptake in Dutch fans on Life Channel, and just like in the F1 fan base in general, has taken a massive uptake in the last 4 or 5 years, ever since Verstappen has come into the sport. But why Zandvoort? We could have gone... I don't know if Netherlands has too many dedicated racetracks that would be able and ready to host a Formula 1 Grand Prix or not, but maybe even, dare I say it, a street circuit would be better than this? Surely there's got to be some Dutch streets that are wider than this. But anyway, it's good to see new tracks on the calendar. It's nice and fresh, for me anyway, seeing it on the F1 game, so that'll be a welcome change, but how is it going to work in real life? I just have absolutely no idea. Alright, let's quit the waffling. I'm going to do this one without talking. You guys can see what a flying lap kind of looks like with about 2 minutes worth of practice. This circuit bites. Oh, no, no. Ah, come on. I didn't mean to skip session. God's sake. So we're here for the race. Unintentionally. I've cut my practice short for this one. And we're starting in P15. I think we were like 3.5 seconds off the pace of Lando Norris, who has now got pole for the Dutch Grand Prix. McLaren in 2020 is somewhat amazing, it seems. Ferrari, not so much. P13 and P15. Mission win now is abort, it seems. Daniel Ricciardo, P17, not a good showing from him. Alex Albon in the front row position of the grid, which is nice to see. There is no Lewis. Lewis is in 8th. So he's not in the form of his life. Maybe he's starting to go over the peak a little bit. Pretty crazy to think that 2020 could be Lewis's last year, or maybe even Vettel's too. But okay, we're going for a race now. 6 red lights. And away we go for the Dutch Grand Prix. Let's see how long we last before we die. Thank you for that, teammate. I really appreciate that. Very, very cautious on the run into turn 1. There's really no room to force an overtake, it seems. We just kind of have to wait for everyone to clear out in front of us and then go from there, really. We've got one of the Red Bulls in front. I think that's Pierre Gasly. This is car park speeds that we're going on here. Around the outside of the Red Bull. Don't mind if I do. Next up is the McLaren. This is Carlos Sainz. I doubt that Lando Norris would have lost that many positions in such a short amount of time. This is Monaco 2.0. Monaco without the barriers. Forget Hungary. Zandvoort. You've now stolen the crown. Can we go around the outside here? Only because the AI are terrible, it seems. Thank you very much for this. I am making this track look a lot better than what it's supposed to be. I think we need to turn the difficulty up. But anyway, nonetheless, you can see, I guess, some of the overtaking opportunities that are possible. Oh, the Alfa Romeo coming back at me, and I have spun out. I'm still good though, so I'm going to spin around. And we're going to go again. Can you believe that's actually the first time I've said Alfa Romeo instead of Sauber? I've never had to say Alfa Romeo before, so there you go. Racing Point is another one which I continually forget about. So over the course of the 2019 game and the videos that I make sure you keep the pressure on me to make sure I say Racing Point and not Force India, because that's a really hard habit to get rid of. Oh. No. I was actually starting to catch up to the pack again, which was pretty scary. Alright, take 2 for F1 driver versus a bunch of paid drivers. Away we go. Wheel spin for days. Let's switch to the inside. Don't mind if I do. And we'll take the short cut into turn 1. It's kind of crazy how little acceleration was going on there for the AI. But I think we might be in the top 10 or somewhere close to that. Again, just reacting to what the AI do. That was me falling out of the groove there, so let's not do that again. Power. Really need to up the AI difficulty. This is just a joke. I'm starting to enjoy this though. This is a lot of fun. We've got a Mercedes going for a dive bomb there. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Right. I'm turning the difficulty up. This is silly. And here we are for the race. I've turned the AI up now. Watch my luck as I will be unable to keep up with anyone in this race. That tends to be how it goes. But here we are. 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. Ferrari on the back row of the grid. Have you ever seen such a state in F1? Away we go. McLaren has got its DRS open as soon as we take off here off the grid. But anyway, let's see what we can make of this one. Still driving as Charles. We want to give him that race win. It seems he can't get it done for himself and the team can't back him up in real life, so we're going to get it done in game. We're going to deliver some form of justice. We've turned up the AI I have not turned up their aggression, but somehow we've just KO'd ourselves. Can you not, please? Safety car? Ow. Whoa. Can anyone tell me if the stock F1 setup for Assetto Corsa is garbage or not? Because I feel like it is. I can't really throw the car in the corners without losing the back end, so I end up cornering it like an 8 out of 10 of what I want to go at in terms of like cornering speed, if that makes sense. I'd love to be able to push a whole lot more than what I could. And I don't mean in the physical sense like just there. Sorry. My wheel's vibrating so much that my monitors are like full on shaking. I wish you could see it. God. Those bumps certainly don't help the situation. Oh, Max is out. You just know that he's going to have a torrid time. He's going to push too hard or something. He's going to crash out lap 1. Unless he matures a lot more. We'll see. Or if he gets pole. This could easily be a Red Bull track. Bloody no straights. Let's hope that Ferrari changed their philosophy by then. Nice dive bomb from the Mercedes. You'll have to see it. Is that Lewis? I want to go flat. I want to go flat. I'm going to go flat. I've gone flat. And we're fine. Oh. Very late on the brakes. I think my worst nightmare has been realized. I've turned the difficulty up and now I can't catch the cars in front. Or can I? Maybe when they battle. Having to be delicate. Very, very delicate. The track is very undulating, a lot of surprise bumps here and there. We can't ride the curbs, and we certainly won't be able to in F1 2020, given that F1 2019 is already brutal from the little amount of experience that I do have. Cody's continuing to push the simulation route on us. We'll get to a point where you won't even want to look at a curb and your car will spin out. Oh, someone's up my inside. It's my teammate of all people. Thanks, Seb. Appreciate that one. Typical Ferrari, self-destructing. No! Held that. That was scary. Here comes Seb up the inside. I haven't got my DRS open. Oh, I'm so nervous with this car, man. I got no confidence. Who's that, Album? Delicate with the power. I think I might change my camera view and see which one is the DRS. It's not that, it's that. It's not any of those buttons. So that is disappointing. Seb's out. Fantastic. No, saved it. Didn't think I'd be able. Like, when you lose it on this sim, it's very, very hard to actually recover. If you get into a slide, you try and correct, and then it just overcorrects, and you're in the fence. 9 times out of 10. So I was actually pretty lucky to get away with that. What was that for? I don't really know. I'm just gonna press on. Pace is nowhere. Oh, there he is. Side by side, not through here, not through here. There's the crash. The Toro Rosso has done it 2 times in a row. Side pod glitched. Though not really. Oh, for the Alfa Romeo Sauber. This Ferrari is just coming into wars with all of the sister cars right now, it seems. 14th place. What a disaster. Here we go. Heading on to the last lap now through the final couple of corners. I can't win. First attempt, the difficulty was too easy, and I was going to win by a mile. This time, I just can't catch anyone. I need to play this game more, this sim more. Sorry to people who might be triggered about that, but it's the last lap now. Let's enjoy this. Soak it in, because we may not play for a while. Bloody hell, that is on the edge. And then some. Tippy-toeing with danger. Here we go, through the high speed. I love this. Like, just undulating, you can throw the car in. This will be a lot more satisfying once I can actually push. That actually felt nicer. It's just building my confidence, which is quite clearly shattered at the moment. I am all over the place. This car has truly got the better of me today. I've had many spins. Almost another one. But I gotta say, it's a fantastic driver's circuit, this Zandvoort. I've always thought that, but for racing in a modern day Formula 1 car, I just don't think it's there. Unless they make some alterations to the track and the facilities and stuff, which they probably are doing, but it's just, how much can they do to make the racing exciting around here? I think it's going to be a nightmare to follow cars in modern spec F1 cars, but there we go. That has been a race around Zandvoort. It's a lot of fun, but it remains to be seen whether it's going to be a good spectacle for the fans watching a Grand Prix around here in modern cars. That's it from me, guys, today. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any other tracks you want to see me try, I'm yet to drive around Vietnam, the other 2020 circuit that is not returning, but coming to the calendar. So if you want to see that, feel free to let me know, and I'll give it a go. Hopefully, it's a bit more easy to overtake, but that all remains to be seen until we get on track and drive it for ourselves. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, all that good stuff, and I'll be back with some more F1 content very soon. Goodbye.